Gyms today. Do my gyms today. This is for them. Okay, what's up?
What's up? What update can you give us on LJ Collier?
He's got a badly sprained ankle. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit. So that's unfortunate. It's really an awkward position that he got tangled up in, and so we'll have to take some time here to figure it out. It's going to be some weeks, though.
So you're expecting us then to miss presumably at least the preseason?
We're going to go 1 week at a time.
What's up? I got you, Pete.
Mike had a mild sprained foot, and he's doing great. It shouldn't be too long. But you know, it's keeping him out right now. But he's in pretty good shape. He's out of the boot and all that kind of stuff already, so he's doing well.
Can you give an assessment of
That's kind of early. He's done really well at everything that we've asked him so far. He's really smart, really fast. He runs really well on field, good burst and all that. But until we get going a little bit more, I can't tell exactly where he is. But up until this point, he's done everything we need him to do, and he's involved in special teams as well. And he's going to be right in the competition of it. Oh yeah, he's doing fine. He's not going to have any trouble with that. He's playing nickel and safety. Yeah, he had family stuff that he was working on. Yeah.
Was Collier a high ankle sprain, Pete, or a garden variety?
No, it's not a garden variety sprain at all. It's a little bit unusual one, kind of part of the upper part of his foot. It's an unusual one for us, so we really haven't had a guy that sprained his ankle just like this. So that's why we're going to be really slow to make sure we know what we're doing with this. It's a rare sprain.
You need to go out and shop, or you okay with what you got on defensive end?
We're always competing to figure it out. And if there's somebody available or whatever, we go all the way to the 53 and keep on going. We never stop. So we're looking. That hurts our depth though a little bit, But we do have guys to fill in, playing the 5 technique spot. Quentin Jefferson's doing a nice job, and also Rasheem Green can go over there too. So I don't think we're out of it now with numbers-wise. We're okay, but we got to be careful. We got to hope we can keep it together now.
You always talk about the growth from year 1 to year 2. What's Rasheem shown you?
He's one of the classics, that he really does understand what we're doing now. He understands how to play. He can play the Leo spot or the defensive end spot for us. He can play inside the nickel as well, so he has all of that available to us. Always has been a pass rush guy for us that we like, but he's worked hard on his running games technique stuff. He's already off to a good start doing that, so we're counting on him being in the rotation.
How important is the music out here for supplementing that intensity and that rhythm that you want out of your players at this point in the year?
Yeah, I've always thought that it's really important. It's really a valuable aspect of the practice experience. So we also, now and then we call in the Blue Angels to fly too to just help us with the noise, and so that they added to it today. It made it really challenging today. But it's more than just music. The music is playing here all the time, in and out of meetings and all that kind of stuff. Without question, it has something to do with the uplifting of the spirit of the guys, and me too. I'm in it too, and it's just part of it. The other day, the sound system went out, and everybody, what's going on? Everybody could tell and feel the difference in what it feels like, and so. It's never quiet at the stadium. It's always wherever we're going, away or home, and we have to learn to just deal with that whole factor. So we also get that benefit as well. But it's really way more than that. It's more about the juice and the energy that it works and lends us to.
Is it safe to say that goes hand in hand with your philosophy of the culture that you've always tried to create here in Seattle?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. Back in the day when you go to high school, in high school you had a teacher that you went to that class, and when you went to that class, you knew when you were going in, something might happen that day, and you're always kind of wondering what was going to happen and what was happening, and you might hear the noise of the music outside. I like our environment to be that kind of energized, and so wherever we can keep it upbeat and keep them challenged and guessing and not quite sure what's going to happen next, that's what we're endeavoring to do.
Please depart to the exit area. Final reminder to please depart.
We're really fortunate that we got Al. He over the years, you remember that we've always had big guys that we like to play with at the 3 technique spot as well at nose tackle. There's been a whole list of guys, and we think Al can fit right into that role for us. Be a really good first and second down guy. He can play both spots. He's always going to play big. He's a big man, and he plays big. He's really experienced. He's a really good dude in the locker room with the young guys. He's all of that, so he's a really good addition to the club.
He said he was tired of playing in the AFC South.
Yeah, he's been there for a while. Glad to get him.
compared to the player who was here a couple years ago?
He's grown up. He's a grown-up Cassius Marsh. You know, he was a young pup when we had him through the early days, and the experiences that he's had in other clubs, and understand what it's like to go somewhere else and be somewhere else. You know, he's such a well-rounded player now. He helps other players. He's talking to the young guys. He can do multiple jobs for us, and particularly in special teams. He's a really, really, really groove special teams core guy. So all that he brings is really the benefit of all of his years, you know, and we're lucky to have him. We really like having him.
What have you seen in Trey Flowers' progression?
Yeah, Trey is off to a great start. Trey's one of the first-year, second-year beneficiaries. You know, he comes back in really aware. I mean, if you can imagine, the first 5 days of practice for him last year was just a blur. You know, when he was trying to make the transition to cornerback. Now he's working on his skills, he's working on his mentality, he's working on recognition, all the kinds of things that come to play as you grow. He's a monster athlete out there, you know, and he's aggressive. So as that comes out of his confidence and he becomes more and more aggressive, he just becomes a bigger factor. Last year, if you remember, he did a really good job knocking the ball out and turning the ball over for us. He's going to be one of our best guys doing that again, so he's a great asset. He's really comfortable with what he's doing right now. He seems to be playing faster. I mean, everything is better, so should be good. Locke got the wind knocked out of him. Fluke's okay. I don't think Fluke's fine.
Justin Johnson?
Yeah, I'm afraid that he might have gotten Achilles today. Just one of those freaky injuries. You know, he's out in open space and takes a step and that pop happens. We've never been able to explain why that happens. You know, it's a somewhat of a devastating injury because it takes so long. You know, it takes 9 months or whatever to get back, and if that's what it is, then you know he'll be working at it for some time. So it's very unfortunate.
What happened to Mike Iupati, and what's his
Mike's got a mild sprained foot. He's out of the boot already after a couple days. He looks good. He feels fine about it. He would come out and practice right now. We're holding him back, so he's just days away.
We saw what George can do at that tight end spot last year, but how's he progressed as a tackle over the last couple of years?
Everything's improved, John. Everything's better. You know, his awareness, the experience that he's gained, the confidence that he's gained from the success he had at tight end, you know, and all that playing time. There you go. He's benefited from all of it, you know. He's really pumped up. He came back at 325 or something, you know. His weight is there and strong and all that. So this was really a much better year for him in the offseason because he was just preparing to be at his best as opposed to just making it back. So he's really excited about it, and he looks like a real asset wherever we put him.
Kind of the annual reminder to keep their heads a little bit.
Oh yeah. That was exactly pointed to this day so that I could make the point when the Blue Angels were here, the noise and all that kind of stuff. So a couple guys got thrown out of practice today, you know, and it's really important for us to recognize how devastating that can be, you know, in a game when you only got so many guys and you lose one position. It could change the whole complexion of the game for you, and we cannot resort to that at any time. So I was pleased to throw him out and find him in the whole thing. Yeah, we were off today and at the line of scrimmage, and so it's for me, it's one of those opportunities, a teachable moment there to say, okay, this is how we did this, and say I was telling them if this was the first half, we're behind. You know, we're not ahead in this game. We had a couple turnovers and we had some penalties that stopped some big plays. So now it's halftime. What are we going to do about it? And we use this opportunity to practice what it takes to get back on course. And so tomorrow will be the day that we'll do that, and we'll see if we can really sharpen it up tomorrow.
This thing tomorrow because the players' day off.
I don't think that's what it was. I don't think that's what it was. I think the additional noise that was out here today, I think, was really a factor, and they don't want to admit to that, but I think that was a factor today, and it can't get louder than the Blue Angels flying overhead, which is great for us. We need all of the distractions we could possibly be up against to get good at it and get right at it and know how to focus.
Made a few big plays out there. Where does he fit in?
He really can do everything for us. You know, we can play him in all different spots. His versatility is there, athleticism to be inside and outside. He blocks well too. He's a really nice player. He's right in the middle of the competition.
Pass catching group of running backs seems like they've been able to get really well.
Yeah, we have no hesitation to throw the ball to our guys. They're all good. Chris is really, really good. Chris might have as good a hands as anybody on the team. Rashad catches the ball well. Homer's done a nice job. CJ's always been a big-time receiver for us, so it's a great group. And really, probably the guy who jumped out today was McKissick. You know, he's got great hands. So it's a very, very good group.
Are you doing pads differently? Seems like you went later and pay off. Are you trying to do something?
We have tried to crescendo the early part of camp. You know, there's a lot of injuries that happen in the early part of camp, and usually it happens from overwork. You know, or the buildup of the work, and so we've just tried to, tailor that as we get into it. We're going 3 days this week. After this break day, we went 3 days in a row prior to that, and then the next week will be a 4-day week because we'll play the game. So we're just trying to graduate our the workload and adapt. It's really the adaptation is what we're working on. We're hoping we're really trying to be really smart about it. We're trying to keep all of the soft tissue situations down, which right now we're doing all right, and we'll see if we can keep climbing through this early part. It's really the first 10 days are really, really challenging, and so see how we do.
I'm not sure if we'll talk to you tomorrow, so that Saturday's that mock game, what do you hope to accomplish there?
The Pop Keeney event? Yeah. Well, it's a big day. We're going to Bothell. We're going to be in Bothell, and so I'm sure that it's a big moment for the people of Bothell too. That they have a chance to get the Seahawks to come to town. So hopefully it's a nice event. It's a great little stadium. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a great little stadium. It's sold out, which is really good. Standing SRO, and it's going to be as game-like as we can make it for our situations and all that. So I want to even take it off this field to get to a different different locale for the guys, just so there's a little bit of something. We'll be on the bus with our shoulder pads on. It's kind of like high school. It's kind of cool. We'll probably rock the bus before the game, before we get out. All those normal traditions we'll kind of carry out before game time.
How will you organize?
Be honorary coaches to be announced. Not yet, though. It's the head coaches are. It's a big deal. We're working on. If we can't get them, we're going to tape these things with yellow tape. Is the idea? If we can't get them yellow.
Is that what you wanted to go off of, kind of give that feel of the game day?
Yeah. Playing at 1:30, just like the regular, all that stuff. So it's a big deal.
Anything else?
On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce of Bothell, I would like to say that, yeah.
He's a Bothell resident.